Hey, welcome back, fellow teens. This week, we're talking about the 5 themes of geography. So, the big idea here is that the 5 themes of geography help us organize our studies of the world. These themes can be applied to pretty much everything that geographers study. First off, let me give you an example. Let's say it's Saturday. You're sitting in your room, bored out of your mind. You've looked at all of the Snapchats, you've looked at all the Instagrams and all the TikToks, and then your friend, Cassindi, calls you up, and she goes, hey, stupid, do you want to sit 6 feet apart and look at TikTok videos together? And you're like, hey, only if I can bring my Hydro Flask. You need to tell your mom where Clarissa is, but you don't know the address. So, what you need to do is use one of the 5 themes of geography to help describe where she lives. I keep wandering away from this thing. Our first theme is location. A location is a description of where a place is. This can be expressed in 2 ways: absolute location and relative location. Absolute location would be like if you told Samantha to text you where her address is. It is the specific place where a location is. Relative location would be like if you knew Brendolyn lives somewhere behind the Pizza Hut, like behind the Pizza Hut, behind the dumpster. It's like a general description of where the site is. Another theme is called place. Place refers to the area's landscape or the features that define it and make it different from other areas. It would be like telling your mom that Becky lives in a house that has like wooden boards instead of windows. The next theme is human-environment interaction. That's how people interact with their environment. See what I did there? Pretty easy. Geographers use this to study how people and their physical environment affect each other. Think of how crops are grown, or how people might interact with the wildlife or the flora and fauna that they're in. In the case of that example, you could say, Mom, you know that neighborhood where everybody grows cacti instead of having grass in their yard? And there's this like strange hooded figure that like walks around the neighborhood with a pack of wild dogs claiming to be the neighborhood watch? Yeah, Gamantha lives like somewhere around there. So next is movement. Movement is used to describe how and why people move. If you're living in Lawton, you know that people move for a variety of reasons. Maybe their parents got a new job, maybe you need to live with other family members, or maybe you're just straight up sick of the part of town that you're living on. Not gonna judge you for that. People like what they like, or people dislike what they dislike, you know, it's up to you, whatever. Geographers also like to look into roads and why some routes are taken more than others, and how roads can be developed to make them a bit more efficient, to make them run a little bit better. Okay, so if you're still not sure how to tell your mom where Stacy Lee lives, you could probably at least kind of describe the general way to get there. You could be like, Mom, please don't take this route. It drives by the dump, and I don't want my friends to know how bad I stink. I'm not really sure how that is going to help you get from one place to another, but honestly, I couldn't figure another metaphor to add there, so, you know. Finally, our last theme of geography is regions. If you remember last time, we know that geographers like to split up the world into separate regions in order to make it easier for them to study. They compare regions to see like how one place is developed and how it can develop further, or why they developed in a certain way, or how they interact with other regions. How do they affect each other? If you've ever been to like one of our neighboring towns, you know that in our more rural, or what we would call our country areas, you see people are really spaced further apart. You see more people with like really big yards or real big pieces of land, and usually that's because they want to grow crops there, because they want to raise animals there, or maybe they just really don't want to live that close to other people. I get it. Or like in some of the smaller areas that are kind of up in the mountains, you'll see the neighborhoods are a bit closer together. You see the houses are a bit more clustered, and that's so they can take advantage of how awesome everything looks around it. Like the whole natural area and all the natural landscapes look so cool, and it would be so exciting to live over there. But they don't got really good internet access, but they got bugs. I don't really like bugs. So if you want to be as vague as possible in describing how to get to your friend's house, you would use region. You would probably say something like, yeah, Mom, Jennifer lives over on the west side of town, you know, past the good Walmart. In this video, we learned about the 5 themes of geography and how they organize different studies of the world. Next time, we're going to be talking about the different tools that geographers like to use, and I start a prank channel. Until then, please wash your hands and wear your face mask. Happy painting, and God bless. Trying to record, and this cat is just sticking his paw underneath this door like she's waiting on me. Susie, get it out. Ah!